All right, we are now being joined by Ryan Bader. Begin with a few questions from our media. Emiliano, your line is now live.
Hey Ryan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. You?
Doing well as well. It's, you're back home in Arizona, went to ASU, you fight out of Gilbert and everything like that. What's it like fighting in front of the home fans?
Yeah, it's routine. I've always wanted to fight in Phoenix on a big show, and never happened. I fought Indian reservations a couple times in Arizona, 3 hours away, but never had the opportunity to fight in Phoenix. My friends and family will be there. There'll be tons of them. But on the flip side of that, everything is routine. I've been in the hotel. I'm doing everything, I normally do on a fight week. And so nothing's really changed. I'll just have more fans there, and it'll be that much sweeter after a win.
Yeah. And talk about the MMA community in Arizona. It's a rising community. How big do you see it becoming, and how big is it right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been big, and we just haven't got a lot of big fights out here. There's been maybe, a handful of them. And so, we got a bunch of great gyms, a bunch of great fighters coming out of Arizona. So I would hope that bigger shows, Bellator and all that, keep coming back.
Yeah, and then in terms of, you're the heavyweight champion right now, but you have a chance to also be the light heavyweight champion at the same time. What would it mean to you to be a two-time champion?
Can you say the last part again?
What would it mean to you to hold two titles at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before, so and that was, it was an amazing experience. I got asked to do the heavyweight Grand Prix. I was a light heavyweight champion at the time, and I went up and captured that belt, against Fedor. It was amazing, pinnacle of my career. Looking back, that's going to be one moment that kind of stands out. And I never thought I'd be able to, top that. And then this light heavyweight tournament came around, and I have an opportunity to do something that nobody's really done at all. I was the first double champ. People have done that since then, and now I have the opportunity to become double champion again, but also winning two different Grand Prix at two different weight classes. So that's something that an opportunity not a lot of people get to do. And so I'm just fortunate to be here. I thought I was going to be fighting a heavyweight for the rest of the time. This is my last loss at light heavyweight. And here we are back at light heavyweight.
David, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing today?
Doing well. You?
That's good. I'm doing well. So I saw on your Instagram that you received your black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu last month after like 15 years of training. Was this last year of training for this accomplishment more difficult than others, considering it was like in the midst of a pandemic?
No, I mean, we're here in Arizona, and we have a closed private gym. We're not open to the public, and so, when it was really bad, and, when we were able to kind of get out again, which Arizona was kind of open and open more than other states, we had a closed system where, we had maybe 3 guys that I trained with, and, we COVID tested them, all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't too bad. Obviously, the amount of people fell off drastically that you could train with. But, got to get it in. We did, and didn't miss a beat, really.
And then they already touched on it in live in person, but is there like more pressure or higher expectations for yourself heading into this fight because you're an Arizona native or Arizona resident?
Yes and no, but I mean, as far as pressure, there's a lot of pressure every fight, and that pressure is, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I want to perform the best I can. You don't want to go out there and I mean, you don't want to go out there and lose really in front of a hometown crowd, but it is what it is. I've been all over the world. I've had a lot of friends and family, say at the Fedor fight in LA, there's, hundreds and hundreds of my friends and family out there. So it's kind of the same deal. You want to represent Arizona. You want to go out there in front of the home crowd and put on a good show, but all that stuff's out of my mind. I don't really think about that. I go out there, I'm in great shape. I feel great. I go out there and perform like I know I can. That's all it is, and I usually go out there and get the win, so I'm going to go out there, do my job, and hope the fans like it. And obviously I want to get that win, but no added pressure.
Dylan Bowker.
Hey there, Ryan. I appreciate you making some time.
Yes, sir.
You were just kind of talking about it a bit before, just winning the heavyweight Grand Prix. And it seems like this Grand Prix has almost even compounded importance. I'm kind of curious, is that because of maybe some of the, I guess, redemptive components that have already popped up, like getting to avenge that prior Machida defeat. I mean, you could potentially, fight Nemkov in the finals should you both get the desired outcomes. Like, what about this Grand Prix path has, I guess, particular importance to you?
Yeah, redemption is a big part of it for sure. After my last loss at light heavyweight, I pretty much thinking that I was just going to be a heavyweight, defend that title and carry on in that weight class. And then I got asked to come down to this Grand Prix, light heavyweight Grand Prix. And I'm all about opportunities. And then I heard about the guys that are going to be in there. It's a bunch of guys that I want and need to get redemption against, and so I said, what the hell, let's do it, and so got that against Machida. It was good to see how far I've grown since that loss to him, and it's a fun tournament. And if you look at this tournament too, I mean, arguably 3 of us in there are the best light heavyweights in the world, and so you could say, the heavyweight tournament, there's some, older guys or maybe out of their prime or whatnot. But this tournament right here, this Grand Prix, are 3 guys, best light heavyweights in the world, and in their extreme prime.
Yeah, it's a stellar tournament field for sure. But something that I wanted to kind of follow up with here, because I saw on the Instagram your 6-year-old was bringing that fire with the ground and pound.
Yeah.
When can we expect second generation MMA competitor in the Bader family? Is he looking to go down that path?
Yeah, his name is Rocket too. He's a little firecracker. He's my youngest one, and he's built like a tank. It's funny, the kids are all different. My older one likes to play football. My younger one is mean. He's got a drive, and he likes to fight. And he's fighting his older brother all the time and whooping up on him. So I'm not one of those ones that are. I kind of came up in a athletic childhood where, I was always wrestling. I was always doing that. And I don't want to push that on my kids. I want them to see that exposure and pick what they like. But he does like jiu-jitsu. He likes punching. He likes kicking and all that. So I can see him kind of coming into his own and definitely being good at mixed martial arts. Don't know if he's going to fight or not. I'll let him decide that.
David?
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for your time, from
No
MMA
problem.
Radio. I mean, what drives you on more? Is it redemption against Nemkov or being the 2-weight world champion, or both?
Yeah, I mean, both. And honestly, just going out there and winning that fight in front of me. That's all, throughout my whole career, that's what it's been about. I do have long-term goals, and that's one of them, getting the light heavyweight belt back and redemption, all that. But, in this sport, you kind of have to take that thing right in front of you, and that's a fight with Corey, and the last fight with Machida, and so I kind of compartmentalize that and take it kind of one fight at a time. And so for me, my drive is to go win that fight right now in front of me. Everything will take care of itself.
You have a fantastic record anyway as it stands. So good luck Saturday, Ryan. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Todd, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, Todd here with Fight.News. Appreciate you coming out. I know this is every fighter's favorite time to sit down and talk to a bunch of people they can't see.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
For sure.
Hey, you mentioned twice in this interview already about staying at heavyweight, and you're not a spring chicken anymore. You are at your full grown man body now.
Yeah.
How's this weight cut coming back to 205? How are you feeling on this? Is it?
Yeah, it's awesome right now. When I first cut back to 205, it was absolutely terrible. We're in the middle of the pandemic, and I thought I was fighting heavyweight. 4 weeks I got the call, hey, it's light heavyweight, and so that weight cut was not good at all. But now, I mean, this is perfect. I'm actually probably the easier weight cut I've had since 10 years ago. So I woke up at 212 this morning, and I'm not cutting it all yet. So, I mean, that's easy money right there. And I feel great too. Whereas before the Nemkov fight, I was sitting at like 224, kind of freaking out, so I feel good now. I feel ready to rock.
Hey, one last question here. I noticed there is a little bit of a light heavyweight hunting theme now where I'm at. Deer season doesn't start. Rifle season doesn't start until November. What are you going to be hunting after you're done hunting your opponent here on Saturday night?
Yeah, I mean, the timing worked out perfect. Boys here at Go Hunt, they've been a supporter of mine for a while. But I got elk, I got archery elk, I got a Nevada mule deer, I got a Coues deer in Arizona, 2 Coues deers actually, Coues deer. And that'll be my November. So that my November is pretty packed.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for the time and good luck on Saturday.